I want to give you an update on the Industrial Committee of the CRC. So again, as Ryan mentioned, the Industrial Committee has been growing a lot, so much so that we have kind of created like two groups, essentially an indoor and an outdoor. Myself and Pablo Molina, I'm basically the co-chair of the Indoor Industrial Committee alongside Ilya from Tiger Robotics. And then we also have an outdoor committee that deals more with outdoor robots, you know, drones, that kind of stuff, and underwater as well, of course. And that is led by Dan Mashitan and also basically Eric Jackson from Cellular. So that's the outdoor committee. So again, we met together. We talked about what really the industrial group believes is the highest priority for driving adoption robotics in Canada. And the top idea that we have going on is basically this idea of a test center. So I'll talk briefly about it. So yeah, so the idea is here is, again, we need to drive adoption in Canada. You guys know the metrics, and looking at outside of automotive, we are probably in the bottom of the G20 by many metrics. That's certainly something we have to improve in terms of adoption. So this has been an idea percolating for a long time. Essentially provide a center so we can really train and get these SMEs a bit more comfortable with the technology so they can come and see demonstrations, come learn. Also provide commercialization support for companies so they can come demo their robots in a realistic environment. Potentially also some development, but majority is really focused on adoption. So far, we have about 400K in donations from many different players that are listed here. It's great and it's growing. We're in talks with many others. And we're talking with Conestoga College as well for some space. We've applied to a bunch of grants. It's been a bit of a challenge there with OCI, with FevDev. I think we just need to do a one-to-one matching at this point to be able to run the center for 2 years. So we're very close. We're still working on that. There's still a few avenues to explore. But that's where we are today. And so, yeah, it's just great that, as we are in this situation looking for all these things, we recently connected with a new initiative in Canada that many of you might or might not have heard of. It's called CENGN. It's called the Center of Excellence in Next Generation Networks. And so, yeah, it's really a great idea. We think is actually very close to some of the ideas of the test center. And so they're running a national network of test environments. That's basically what they're doing. This living labs concept that we will learn more about today. And of course, yeah, it's something that is really perfect for robotics companies. So very excited to introduce this to this. So I would like to welcome Chris Joyce, actually. He's the VP of Business Development and Marketing at CENGN. Awesome. Please have a seat. I guess I'll stand here and he'll sit, I suppose. It's like, I'll join him. Okay, no problem.
There's a mic.
Okay, there's a mic there. Excellent.
All right. It's all right there for you.
We're doing high speed. Is this running? Yeah, there you go. Awesome. We're doing high speed sit downs here. 10 minutes, quickly. All right. Awesome. Yeah, so again, super excited for this and to see, again, I think we complete each other's sentences a lot. I think it's wonderful to see this initiative and congratulations for this. It's great. Canada needs it. It's super happy. So yeah, Chris, if you can tell us a bit more, what does the CRC involvement with CENGN mean for robotics innovators and for companies considering automation technologies?
Yeah, no, thank you very much for having me here. And I can say on behalf of CENGN, we are extremely proud to be partnering with CRC as we unveil our national Living Lab initiative. In terms of this particular partnership, you heard from the previous panel the value of bringing in ecosystems together. Through this, we are gaining access, through this partnership, gaining access to the top robotic innovators here in Canada. They're looking to transition automation to real-world impact that can come into our Living Lab centers, which we'll talk a bit about here in a moment, in creating those proof points and helping establish and accelerate the commercialization of their technology here in Canada. So really proud.
Awesome, great. So I guess, what current opportunities does CENGN have that robotics innovators and SMEs should know about and they can take advantage of?
Well, so as part of our National Living Lab initiative, we've received $45 million of federal support where we're standing up 8 living labs across the country. Any Canadian startup scale-up can have access to those environments. Those environments are made up of a combination of pre-commercial and labs, as well as industrial based real-world facilities where startups and scale-ups can come in, they can test, they validate, they certify their technologies in those spaces, establish the proof points that they need, such as product market fit, ensure market viability, operational scalability across key economic sectors that we're focused on. So many of them you see here. We have AI, robotics, pre-commercial environments, but in terms of real-world industrial environments, we're targeting advanced manufacturing, transportation, public safety, agriculture, et cetera, et cetera. So we are very excited by this initiative, and we think that much like what we've heard previously in the earlier session, it being a catalyst to accelerate technology development, but more so the adoption and commercialization of technology here in Canada. And the other thing I would say is beyond the infrastructure that we're standing up within these labs that really are difficult for SMEs to do themselves, it's cost prohibitive. So gaining access to these environments are a huge benefit, but we're also providing end-to-end services from the physical layer to the application layer. So we're doing robotic equipment testing, advanced communication testing at the physical layer. Then from a data perspective, we have data preparation services, labeling, cleaning, et cetera, et cetera. We provide supports in terms of AI model development. And then from a certification perspective, we are actually going to be the first organization here in Canada to provide ISO 42001 certification. This is in direct relation to the government's priorities in trying to build out trusted AI systems. This is something that the previous panel was talking to. So in addition to the proof innovation highlights that we'll be demonstrating through our program, we are then going to also be providing certification to startups and scale-ups in building out these trusted solutions. And I must say, when we talk about the AI 42001, it goes beyond just the AI algorithm. It certifies the platform. So this dovetails directly into what we were talking about, physical AI, robotics. So you're certifying the actual physical system that is deploying that cutting-edge AI technology. This not only allows innovation as startups and scale-up innovation to meet responsibility, enhances credibility, and it actually it enables companies to compete on the global stage by meeting these international standards, because other governments are making this a requirement to compete on their government programs. Top tech companies are already certified to this standard and are baking this into their supply chain requirements. So we feel very bullish, and we feel that it's imperative that we support Canadian startups and scale-ups in accessing this type of certification.
Wonderful. No, great to hear.
And then to your question about what we're doing, how companies could get involved, we have open call for proposals right now where we provide funding access upwards of $500,000 for adoption projects. For you to participate and be eligible, obviously you have to be less than 500 people based on government definition of a small medium enterprise. And you would have to bring an end customer to the table where they would sign a letter of support outlining the business technical requirements, what they're hoping to achieve through this particular project, and they have to participate in the end user demonstration, validation. There is no commitment on their behalf to purchase the technology, but we're hoping that this creates pathways to support the initial pre-sales activities, but that's not an actual requirement. Then there's innovation projects. We provide upwards of $250,000 of funding where you don't need to bring in an adopter. And then the third channels is throughout our program, we're engaged with end users. They're partners of ours where they're standing up industrial challenge statements specifically to their organizations. Right now we have a agriculture call for proposal for which they're looking, our sponsors being the BC Government of Agriculture in OMAFA here in Ontario, are looking for automated robotic solutions to help address some of the productivity, labor shortage gaps in helping with de-weeding, farm production, harvesting, et cetera, et cetera. And then we've just, on Monday, I was in Montreal at Place Innovation where we just launched 3 of our smart buildings. So this is a retail, commercial, and residential space. And so as part of, we're partnered with Morguard, who is one of the largest real estate owners and operators here in Canada. And they're looking for robotic solutions to help with improving operational safety, but then also tenant experience as well. And so I think there's 2 opportunities there from an engagement directly with some of our industrial-led partners. But there will be more to come. We'll be following up with a dedicated robotics call for proposal, as well as a mobility call for proposal as well. So more to follow, stay tuned. But what I would say is we do have a booth out here. We'd be more than happy to connect with you, talk to you about specific opportunities pertains to maybe your interests. We certainly, myself, my colleague Lisa Klimstra, would be more than happy to talk to you. Also, I encourage you to go to our website. You'll get more information in terms of our labs, the capabilities, the use cases that we're looking to demonstrate and have designed the labs for. And so I'd encourage you to go to our website and get more information. But very much looking forward to continuing the conversation here today.
Awesome. Great. Okay, thanks you very much, Chris. That gives a great picture of CENGN. And so yeah, looking forward to continuing to work together and see how we evolve the partnership. So yeah, thank you.